home buyers.
Nagaraj Annaya, the one-stop shop for all real estate needs. Call him today for free consultation at 408-805-4653 or visit nagarajhomes.com. You're listening to Real Estate Roundup. With Realtor Nagaraj Annaya every Sunday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. PST on Bolly 92.3 FM.
Namaskar, Bay Area, and thank you for joining us on Real Estate Roundup, a bird's eye view into Bay Area real estate, brought to you by your favorite realtor, Nagaraj Annaya, the founder of nagarajhomes.com. I'm Vijay Lakshmi, and as I get talking to Nagaraj about the state of Bay Area real estate, we invite you to join us. What's been your experience if you've bought or sold a home lately or are in the process of buying and selling one? Are you a little hesitant in taking that leap into owning your own home? Do you want to clarify any aspect of how to really wend your way in the real estate maze? Or perhaps you want to take a step towards investing in real estate? Well, whatever's on your mind, real estate wise, we'd love to know. Share it with us. Call us in the studios. And of course, the studio lines are open. We're coming to you live on Bolly 92.3 FM. And you can call in right
Taxes
now
and
at
finances Malandri.
408 912 5038. That number 408 912 5038. So let's get the conversation rolling. Happy Sunday, Nagraj. Welcome.
Hello, Vijay Lakshmi. Hello, Bay Area. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a great day out there. Most of the listeners, if you had enjoyed the Holi festival yesterday,
Yeah.
hope you guys are doing a great today also.
Happy Holi.
Happy Holi too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Uh,
So there's so many Holi, events going on. It's like difficult to choose which one to go to, right?
no, yesterday AA had an Holi festival and
Yes.
lot of, even it's raining, a
Yeah.
lot of people attended. Thanks for them for joining it and making it a great success. And today, what's the, if you have any questions on the real estate, right, you can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are a 408-912-5038. Today's show is all about real estate. We are going to
Mm-hmm.
give the market update, how is it going on, and talk about any concerns with the buyers or the sellers. If you are one of the buyer or a seller and would like to share something, or you are one of the buyer who's like wants to buy a house, have any questions, do give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 408-912-5038.
Yes. And of course, the, hot and happening news in the real estate market is to do with the real estate commission rules, right? Which are now what is it, the 6%, which was not really, it was a negotiable thing, but that commission is ending. So give us your take, Nagraj, on will these rules really make homes cheaper or more expensive for Bay Area buyers, and how much could the buyers and sellers really save on?
I think, see, first let's touch upon the real estate commission wise, right? See, real estate commission always has been negotiable. Okay, even for the buyer and even the seller, there are a lot of agents. Even if they get a 2.5%, there are a lot of agents helping out the buyers too also. Right, myself also helps the buyer also. Sometimes I've listed for the seller also with a 0% also. Right,
Uh-huh.
like it's basically it comes down to a long-term relationship with the clients. If clients needs and some needs emergencies are there, we do list it for a 0%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is like sometimes, but in this case the seller is paying the buyer agent for a 2% commission, right? It has never been a 6%. I think maybe some west side it was like a 6%. And the commissions was,
Maybe not in the Bay Area,
no,
6%.
there are, again, depends on the listing agent to a agent, right? Some listing agents might charge for a 3.5%. Okay, and there
Mm-hmm.
might be a 2.5% for the buyer agent. So that thing was always been a negotiable. But recently, what happened is NAR agreed to pay 418 million over the
Mm.
next 4 years to settlement this. Okay, this NAR will change the rule that prohibits the offer of cooperating a compensation on the MLS. So whatever you are seeing on a Redfin or a Zillow, the buyer agents what he is going to get,
Mm.
because Redfin or a Zillow or a Realtor.com, all of them get it through a MLS.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a realtor website, like where they pull it from there and they show it. Okay,
Mm.
but realtors will still be able to offer the compensation to a buyer's broker. Okay, it is not like they are not going to give it. They are going to give still for the buyer's broker, but it will not, cannot be conveyed on the MLS. Recently,
Ah.
on last week, I had a discussion with one of my seller. We have one listing coming up in a Fremont. I told to my seller that there's a new rule is coming in, but the seller said, no, I want to give a commission to a buyer agent, but get me a good deal for this property.
Mm.
It is open to the sellers how they want to do it. If the seller thinks if they're going to get a more offers, there is like basically they can say to the seller agent that what they're cooperating. Okay,
Yeah.
but for the buyer side, there will be a change. NAR will require, National Association of Realtors will require a written agreement between a realtor and a buyer they are representing. Okay. Right now, there was no mandatory agreement before even signing the house, right? Or like to find a house, visit the open houses. There was never been agreement between a realtor and a buyer. But
Mm-hmm.
now there will be a written agreement between a real. There was already always in a rule, but never followed, or like it was never a mandatory.
Uh-huh.
They're going to make it as a written agreement mandatory between a realtor and a buyer. They are going to represent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a new rule for the buyers. It is like once they sign the agreement, it is like depending on the agreement what they have, they're going to stick with the buyer agent. Okay, it was like it's always it was like they were shop around. They used to do it, but that is not the case right now.
So then you're committed to that realtor
You are
for the
committed to
buying.
the realtor. Okay, that is
Mm-hmm.
the buyer side change. It will happen. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and prices why, and it is also still unclear whether the settlement will bring down the commissions, as some of the members are saying that there will be other ways that the sellers and buyer agents will be able to cooperate, right? Like as I
Yeah.
told you, in the MLS itself, in the realtor's notice or the realtor notes, they will be mentioning how much it is. Will it go and reduce the price? No, it
Mm.
because the seller, you're, I'm noticing in each houses, because it's always a seller's market right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Especially in the South Bay. Listeners, you're listening to Real Estate Connect. Myself, Nagaraj Annaya, the realtor. Today, we are talking about the 418 million settlement details
Yeah.
NAR and how is going to impact. If you have any questions and you want to share your thought process, or you can, if you have any questions on the real estate, also you can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 408-912-5038.
Yes. And how does that impact you as a buyer or as a seller? We're talking all about it. Again, if you have questions related to that aspect of real estate that has come up recently or anything else on your mind, give us a call. Again, I'll repeat that number 408-912-5038. Yes, Nagraj.
So see, seller is always trying to get as much as the possible he can, right? So his guess is the guess is that like basically, this will not go and reduce the price too much for you. As soon as the last week our show, the couple of buyers had called me up, Nagraj, will you see the price impact? No, it is not going to be. Number of buyers are not going to reduce it, but it is going to be now. It is kind of becomes for them also in a kind of in a before even looking for the property. Now they need to sign this agreement also, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you need to
And
find
that
a,
commission has to be stated now, or it's
it
not?
is it, you can say basically based on the property the commission would be okay
Mm-hmm.
negotiated, or you can say that this would be the fixed price of the commission, or who basically if the seller is not providing, the buyer is going to provide it. That is still not clear, but
Mm.
I think we'll be seeing on the June, from the June month onwards, how it is going to do it.
Yeah, how it's going to
Okay,
pan out.
real
Mm-hmm.
estate buying journey, it's that you can't compare the real estate buying to the. Do you remember there used to be a travel agents in between there, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
travel agents were ruled out, but now it's the online things, everything controls. Even the travel agent still gets their thing, but you
Ah.
can't compare to home buying journey. Okay, home buying journey is an emotional and is a lot of wealth you are putting in, which is right. You need a right person who can help you to make a decisions for you
Mm.
and share their experiences, so that way you are not making the same mistakes, right?
Correct.
So that is where the you are paying for the expertise. So this rule is like basically only the handful of the expertise realtors are going to stay.
Mm.
So and each realtor is going to needs to show the talent, or like they need to say they show the justification, right? So that's what is all good thing is all about. But it's price wise, coming back to your price wise, no, I don't think so right now. It's being in a seller's market, and especially people are thinking as soon as the interest rate starts dropping in, right,
Yeah.
going to see the surge in the home prices. So that is why the lot of buyers are jumping in right now. But in this jump, some of the buyers are losing out also. After one or two offers they put in, they think, no, I can't compete. I'll come back after 3 or 4 months, right? The real estate buying is not like when you start, don't stop. Okay.
Mm.
You stop, come back again, you lose out that track altogether again. It's kind of a running track. We have one caller, let's take it up.
Yes, hello and welcome to Real Estate Roundup. Your name, please, and what your question for Nagraj?
Yes, my question is, I live around White Road, just near the fire station number 21, and there is a 200-acre development is coming up, and I want to know how I can work with Anaya and your group for the 200 acres. We want to build the best residential.
Yes. Sorry, I think we lost the caller. Do please call back. I think its question was like, see, when you want to work with the realtors, right? You should be one of the builder, or you can be like basically, I think the question was clear, not clear on that. He wants to
Yeah.
buy and build it, or like he has just identified the property and he wants to sell it. You can't be an intermediate in that. You need to be an agent, right? So that is why they should be always is called a licensed agent. Okay, somebody like it is not like in other parts of a world like where without even a license you can go and sell.
Yeah.
It's like you should be a licensed, even the cooperating person, whoever it is, it needs to be disclosed. If he is a licensed itself, he can get the commission part. It is not like you can't get the commission with when you are not a licensed.
Right,
Okay.
right. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
coming
so again, let me give out the number to folks who are trying to reach us: 408-912-5038, 408-912-5038. We're talking to Nagraj Annaiya, the founder of nagrajhomes.com, your one-stop shop for all things real estate. And this is the time to call in with any questions on your mind, whether you're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate. So we'd love to hear from you. Again, the number 408-912-5038. Yes,
yeah,
Nagraj.
revisiting on that two things, right? Like basically the buyers, a lot of buyers are losing out, right? Like once they lose out when they start, I keep repeating, when you start, don't stop it. Okay. So when you lose it, it is very difficult to restart the track again. You are losing out every time in a 1 year, 2 years gap when you lose out until the market drops,
Yeah.
because you can't time the market. You don't know when is the market is going to reduce the prices again for you, right? So don't lose out. It doesn't mean 1 2 offers is not getting accepted. It doesn't mean that you can't buy it. You only thing is your plan is not proper, okay, or
Yeah.
you're not in the conveyed or like understood what is the real estate market in the Bay Area.
Yes.
Maybe you
Yes.
might be hiring for the wrong market or like the wrong neighborhood. So you need to be changing the different neighborhood, maybe reduce the square footage, different place to live in. So that are the things which needs to be adjusted, maybe
Yeah.
like, so that way you can find the right houses for you.
So keep at it. Like don't come out of that,
Yeah.
the momentum of looking for the homes. So I had this question that if the rates now come down, the mortgage rates, do you think that people will then sell their homes?
I think that's a great question, Vijay Lakshmi. I think, see, today morning also I was talking to one of the listeners out there, like a buyer out there, like seller, sorry, like he was a seller. He recently sold a house.
Yeah.
This is a townhouse, and he was telling Nagaraj, I want to buy one more property for myself. There's a 1031 exchange, and I want to use a 1031 exchange because instead of paying that huge tax gain thing, right, I will be going and buying a one more property. And if I talk to the lot of homeowners or which they're owning a two or a multiple properties around there, right? So they say I will logged in for a 2%, and it doesn't make, it's kind of a free money. Okay, when it's a free money, why the some of the sellers, unless they have a very very emergency needs or something in the life, things changes, why they would go and change or sell it?
Sell it.
So unless this basically IRS or like the federal comes up with a new law which
Yeah.
makes kind of a justifiable, because if you're making in a 1 million profit and you're going to pay 300K or a 350K depending on the tax bracket you are in,
Mm.
does
Yeah.
it make a sense for them to sell it?
Right.
Because whoever had bought in 2017, they're already seeing around 800 to 1 million jump in their home value prices.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Correct.
they're all locked around 2019, 2020 for a 2%.
Yeah.
So if they have
Mm-hmm.
a 1 million surge and if they're going to sell it, does it even make sense for them to do it?
Yeah. That's
Unless
right.
Fed says, dude, after you sell, because right now, if you're staying in that primary as a primary residence, up to 500K, if it's husband and wife or 2% that stayed there, like then basically you're not paying up to 500K tax,
Mm.
right? So something needs to change in the law so that it kind of basically you can't keep the Bay Area thing to other parts of the US and compare it.
Right. Right.
That
Right.
500K
Yeah.
might be attractive in other parts of the world or other
Yes.
parts of the US, but that 500K is not justifiable for the buyers or for the sellers to sell it out.
Mm-hmm. Got it. So, folks, what we're talking about, is that resonating with you, raising more questions as well? Give us a call, 408-912-5038. And if you haven't already, you must like, share, and subscribe to Nagraj Anaiya's YouTube channel. He is very current on, the happenings in Bay Area real estate, and that could be your starting point into the real estate journey right there. So Nagraj Anaiya is the handle. Like, share, and subscribe there. And of course, nagrajhomes.com is where you want to go for all things real estate. That's NAGARAJ homes.com. And we also have another program on Fridays at 6:30, where Nagraj really talks to different stakeholders in the real estate game, to really so that you go in totally equipped, knowing different parameters, whether that is mortgage, whether that is immigration, whether that is contractors, remodeling. Every aspect is really brought to you, and you can, yeah,
The
tell
last
us.
week, I had a financial planning expert come in, and there was a lot of interest for that show. And even all the recordings will be uploaded to my YouTube channel now.
Channel. Yeah. So if you
And
don't even listen to it on Fridays, it's at 6:30 p.m. every Friday. But if you're not able to catch it for whatever reason, it's there on the YouTube channel. So another reason why you want to keep track of the handle there. In Nagraj Anaiya is where it's at. And and 408-912-5038. Let me give you that number if you're trying to get in touch.
And
Yeah,
this
Nagraj.
number, the 408-912-5038, is only for this show from
Yes.
radio show. After the show, if you want to reach out, you can always go to nagrajhomes.com, click on a WhatsApp icon, anything on the smaller questions, even on the real estate, do give me a call. I would be happy to share my experience.
Yeah.
See, real estate is always about hand holding and sharing on our experiences so that you can build on your wealth. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think about when you're buying first time as a first time home buyers, right?
Yeah.
Think about what is the commission part or what is the thing. You first think about, can I build a wealth on it? Can I
Mm.
stay on that property?
Mm.
Coming back to the first discussion, right?
Yeah.
There are I end up meeting a lot of buyers and sellers, right? Each buyers, some buyers wants to help them out in the closing cost. I'm happy to do it because it's always basically, as I told you, clients comes first for me. Okay.
Yeah.
So some buyer says, Nagraj, you did a really great job. Keep it for yourself. Okay.
Mm.
It always depends on their needs, which I'm
Yeah.
always flexible. So that, see, real estate is always about the team working flexibly so
Yeah.
that you can build on. You need to rely on that expert so that you can build a wealth on.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take up a call.
Yes. Hello and welcome to Real Estate Roundup. Your name, please?
Hi, my name is Rajiv.
Yeah,
Yes,
hi.
Raji, welcome. And your question for Nagraj?
It's about the loan. So if the property is in both the spouse's name, like title is in the both spouse's name, but loan is only in one spouse name. So can other spouse take loan on the property?
Mm. Good
So,
question.
so the title is owned by both the property, both the persons.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're holding the title on the both persons are holding the title, right? You still be able to take it, but it's only thing is they check out how much is the remaining. Basically, for example, you bought a 1 million property and you have a loan of maybe a 300K, 400K, right? You can still borrow of 200K or a 300K. That is called a ELOC loans, okay? Or house equity loans. So you can still borrow, but for that one, you need to check how much is a leftover and how much is the home value. Based on that, they come up with the value how much you can borrow. But for that, both husband and wife or the partners who are in the property, they needs to sign the agreement. So then only you can borrow it.
Okay, so that means one spouse cannot take by themselves.
They cannot, because both needs to be signing in, because both own the title, right?
Title.
So that is why both needs to. And other thing is you need to be checking how is the title has been holded. Also, there are 2 to 3 different ways you can hold it. It's a community property with a right of survivorship where both have the equal thing. Another one is like there is like unequal things you can hold it. That is also is the joint tenancy. So which way you're holding also it matters.
Okay. Okay.
Check on that and check with the lender also. If you need any contacts about the lenders, do reach out to me and I'm happy to share it to you. HELOC loans are right now, it's interest only loans are there and it is going on like close to a 10%, depends on the lender to a lender. But you can borrow the
Okay.
that's a way to go for it.
Thank you, Rajiv. And if you want to get in touch with Nagraj, again, the easiest way to do that is just go on to nagrajhomes.com, and right there you can also connect with him on WhatsApp right there. Yeah. And thank you for the question.
Thank you and best of luck for you.
Yeah, good luck on your real estate journey. And folks, if you have to get that question in the short time that we do have, give us a call quickly. It's 408-912-5038. 408-912-5038. Talking all about getting you up to date with real estate with Nagraj Anaya of nagrajhomes.com. So Nagraj, I had a quick question is, at closing, does the seller help you in the final walkthrough?
That's really a great question, Vijayalakshmi. See, last year I closed to 30 deals, and this year very good number of transactions which I'm doing. In that, only handful or like only few sellers have the pride of home ownership, right? That pride of home ownership, like basically they want to pass on to the new homeowner. Okay. Recently, on last week, one of them closing was in a Pleasanton. I was very happy to see that seller like basically going on each and every details they had about the properties. They were mentioning about the bird feeding. How frequently you need to be doing, and some of the filters needs to be changed. It's sometimes the seller doesn't even want to meet a buyer. Okay, that's depends on the each of things, right? Like sometimes as I told you, the seller wants to pass on their pride, because it's always at the end of the day, it's a business. I agree. But on top of it, there's a human values and human relationship, what is fine about the real estate. A lot of buyers or the people involved in that, they forget about that. It's always about the emotions, because the house buying journey is always about the emotions.
Very true.
The new homeowner who got this information, right, they were very happy about it. Even the seller who selected the buyer, right, like they were like basically wanted to see who can carry on their house thing, right, like pride thing, or like who can maintain their house at the same way.
So that would be good if people do that.
That would be very good, but depends again. A lot of homeowners might not even stayed in the property, right? It depends on if they had used it for the rental property, or like it was like they were staying in, or like their kids were staying in. So depends on the circumstances. If you are one of the home sellers, like then you can pass on their your whatever you know about the house and how you have maintained it. If you can't even meet the buyers, always you can write it even a letter, or like one is like a lot of buyers things. I can write a letter during a house purchase. No, the letters, personal letters during an offer is not allowed, because of the lot of fair practices. We don't allow any personal letters.
Oh, okay.
Fair housing policy things. So letters, if anything is there, it is only after you put an offer gets accepted, then only the personal letters. A lot of buyers calls me, Nagraj, can I make my offer stand out by the personal letters? No, the personal letters not allowed.
Allowed. Okay. So Nagraj, quickly, you have an open house, right? Let's talk about that and tell our
Uh,
listeners
Yeah.
what they
So,
can
so
expect.
I'm an open house today in 74145 Lahing Drive, Gilroy. It's a beautiful in summer, like in Eagle Ridge community. If you are looking for a 3,200 square footage, 10,000 lot,
Mm.
you want a luxury living, you want a golf course, 5 bedroom.
Wow.
I think I'm saying, I can see your face like
Yeah, my face is
lighting
lighting up just
up.
listening to it.
Where do I get this house, right?
Yeah, where?
It's in a 7145 Lahang Drive, Gilroy, and it's priced very well. Where you can't get it, like it's 1.64 million. If if you want to
Wow.
be away from this silicon thing, or like you want to stay in a nature
Yeah.
gated community, this is the house for it. It's a 7145 Lahang Drive, LAHINCH Lahang Drive, Gilroy. It's
Okay.
priced very minimal, 1.64. And one more thing is, no need to like the garlic when you go to okay. It's,
Yeah.
it
Well,
doesn't
that sounds like a steal for
I-
that house.
it's a very
Mm-hmm.
good price, especially if you're tired of putting an offer after offer in South Way, and you think for you Gilroy works out, or
Yeah.
it might be like you want a nature's place, right, or near to the mountains, and you want gated community. Then go and visit today 7145 Lahing Drive, Gilroy. It's priced minimally at 1.64 million, 5 bedroom.
Super.
In that one bedroom is downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, it's a luxury living, Vijay.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
not watched, listeners, if you're not watched the video, also go and watch it in my YouTube channel. I've uploaded the listing video. It's a great house. And if you want to visit on the open house, do come and visit. And if you have any questions on the real estate, you can give me a call after the show. Also, go to nagrajhomes.com, click on a WhatsApp icon, and it's easy to connect. Or just visit, remember, nagrajhomes.com.
Yes. And on that happy note, happy Holi, and we'll see you again next Sunday, 12:30 to 1
Yeah,
p.m.
I'll be seeing you guys on next
Friday,
Friday, 6:30
6:30
p.m. to
to
6:55. This time with Ashima Dugal, talking
okay.
all about the immigration, because it's being an H1B season. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Nagraj. Until next time, this is Vijay Lakshmi for Real Estate Roundup. Thank you for joining us. Namaskar.
Namaskar.